Hey everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Blu Ray Hunter. I'm the Blu Ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and yeah, here we go. We're gonna do my I guess my ranking of the movies that I watched this month. So just so you know, uh there was one I listened to the commentary for, but I did not count because I didn't even finish listening to the commentary of that, and I might talk about it later. But these are I think I only did eight. I only watched eight this month, and that's actually pretty sad. So I'm hoping in September I kick that into like more, at least 15, or something, but almost double, but we'll see. First off, so I'm going to show my sort of my ranking of them from 1 to 8. And starting with my number 8, my la least favorite of the going to my favorite. And let's just say these ones, some of them are hard. More toward the end, it was a little hard. In the beginning, it was sort of easy to pick which ones I didn't like. Like I liked the least, but it was harder to find ones that I liked the best, and I'll kind of describe why I liked some of them more. But number one, or number eight, number eight is Monday Morning. So there's Monday Morning or Class of Fear. This is also called. I did not watch Class of Fear version. I watched Monday Morning version, and I did a review of it, so you can actually see my review of it already up. And in that review, I wasn't that big of a fan. I just thought it was okay. It's a movie I'll probably keep, just because it's MVD and I want to collect almost every MVD I can. Um, but it's not something I'm going to be rushing to watch again. It's very Saturday morning, wasn't that Saturday morning? The not after school specials. It's an after school special. There you go. Next is was it a Kino Lorber release, and I just thought it was okay. And it's the movie The Favor. I think I also did a review of this. If not, I have to do one. I think I did. But The Favor was sort of eh, it was kind of boring. I didn't really get that much into it. I thought it had moments where I think I thought it was going to be a lot better than it was, and it really wasn't. So yeah, The Favor wasn't my favorite. Let's just say that was cheesy. Okay. Next is a movie I had a little bit more fun. So this kind of started the ramp of like, okay, these are getting a little bit better. The Favor had Brad Pitt, so and a whole bunch of other awesome people in it. And yeah, it wasn't yeah, but this movie, The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag. I got this from Second and Charles for like a couple bucks because I traded in some movies. They wanted all horror movies, so I traded in some horror movies that I already had on like 4K. So I was just giving their Blu-rays away. Um, but The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I believe William Forsythe was the villain in it, and he was good. Next time I see him at a horror convention, I'm gonna be like, dude, I love doing The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag. He's gonna be like, really? Like of all the movies you're gonna ask me about, Dick Tracy or Devil's Rejects, you're gonna mention Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag? Yeah, 'cause I'm that guy. Um, it was fun. It was cute. It was fun. It had moments. I mean, it just goes to show why people who are, you know, a little meeker, a little bit more quiet, a little bit more mousy, probably should stay away from being trying to get into more trouble because the more trouble you get into, the worse it gets. And this movie went into that direction. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I did another review of this and really enjoyed it, but it's on my horror film lovers one, and it is The Changeling. If you haven't seen The Changeling, please watch this film. I think it's on Tubi, if I'm correct. But I bought this. It's the nice was it Severin one, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. And it is yeah, it's scary. It's got some moments. I mean, it's funny because a lot of people have sort of copied this in some way or another and done scary movies that way. So this wasn't as terrifying as like some of the newer stuff that kind of utilizes a lot of this. So next is a 4K I just watched recently, which I loved and enjoyed, and it is Weird Science. It's probably one of my favorites. Got it from for the Arrow sale from Barnes and Noble. Actually, this came out from Barnes and Noble before um the before it was at like Best Buy or Amazon. So it came out early. And I think that was like there was some kind of mess up in the date. But so I got like a week before, a few days before it was supposed to go out and was happy. So Weird Science on 4K. It's happy nobody else grabbed it. If you watched my video yesterday, you'll see, or is this my top? These are my next three. So these are my top three. So if you watched my video yesterday, you know what I'm going to be talking about, and that is Adrift, the Shailene Woodley film with Sam Claflin. Claflin? Not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not a fan of this Blu-ray itself, like because it's I guess it's like French Canadian one, but so I don't like all that lettering down there, and um it's very, and then like the back has both like this is the plot in English, this is the plot in French. It is what it is, but it's a great movie. It's got all the stuff there like the different featurettes and then deleted scenes and audio commentary. So I definitely recommend this. This is a very good survival film based on a true story and very, very terrifying if you're like not into like claustrophobic stuff and the idea of being like lost at sea, which is a ways a little bit of a fear. I mean, it's an easily done fear because I haven't really been into sea, so I can probably avoid it if I just don't go to sea, you know. But yeah, it's a great movie. Oh, this is one of my favorite films of all time, and it came on 4K, and that is Soy Mary and Axe Murderer. Fucking love this movie so much. You have no idea. It is by far one of my favorite films of all time. It should be up there in my top 10, but I yeah, it'll be up there soon because I fucking love this movie still. Like and then I watched the deleted scenes and oh man, I am so glad that they didn't go with a lot of their deleted scenes that they were gonna go with because man, they were terrible. The way that they wanted to do it, I think, was originally more horror-like and stuff, and it just did not work for the tone of the movie. And then there's some lines that they cut out, and even a couple scenes they actually cut out that just were just grating and obnoxious. And I'm just glad they picked the right ones because this movie was so much fun. Mike Myers is hilarious in this movie. Nancy Travis is just gorgeous. I mean, you can't. Thomas Schlammy. I want to see more stuff from him, dude. I don't. I think I've seen stuff with him. Anthony LaPlagia. Interestingly enough, if you did not know this, Anthony LaPlagia. I can't even say his name right. Plaglia. 2 years later, would be back with the girl from Entourage, who was like the manager, she I want to say her name was started with a D, like Debbie Mazur. Debbie Mazur and Anthony were both in Empire Records as well, and they sort of hooked up in that too. So I don't know if they were actually dating in real life. See, that would be interesting if they had a freaking commentary on this. I don't know why they wouldn't have a commentary. They did add the deleted scenes, which is nice, which is different than the Blu-ray. Blu-ray is just completely bare bones. This does not come with a Blu-ray. So if you have the Blu-ray and then you have the 4K, keep the Blu-ray just in case you need to go somewhere where there's a Blu-ray player and you don't have a 4K player. That's something that people have been talking about recently is that like they're getting kind of fed up with the fact that this doesn't even come with a Blu-ray. I mean, it's very easy to put the Blu-ray on there, but they're just being, you know, I don't know, cost efficient, I guess, or whatever, and just not putting the Blu-rays with the 4Ks. So anyway, that's one of my favorite movies. So that's number two. But but I have a number one movie that I watched this week. I absolutely loved. I believe I did do a review of it, and it is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. And if you saw my review, I was glowing. I was like, oh my God. I thought In the Heat of the Night was the best Sidney Poitier movie ever. No, so far in my Sidney Poitier like repertoire, this is the best movie ever of his. This movie is so well written, well directed, well produced, and freaking well acted. Um, the Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, Catherine Houghton. I don't know if you whatever, however you say her name. And Stanley Kramer. Sorry, Catherine. I'm not very good at pronouncing names sometimes. But God, everybody who worked on this film did such a fabulous job. It was written by William Rose. I wasn't familiar with his work. I think I've seen some stuff of his, but I was so freaking impressed. This movie just was so well done. And the interesting thing is they did do a remake of this called Guess Who? And I was really disappointed by that. It was sort of like the role reversal, like a instead of a black guy coming to a white family's house, it's a black guy, uh, black family, and the white guy comes. But here's the thing that I was not a huge fan. It just wasn't. It was just built for laughs more. It was like more like Meet the Parents or something. And that is not what this movie is. Like, this movie was a social commentary on the times. It was very much like In the Heat of the Night and stuff like that, which both went up for Oscars in the same year. So it's gotta be tough. And In the Heat of the Night won. And I honestly, respectfully, I disagree. I think this is the better movie. This is I mean, I hate to say that because In the Heat of the Night is freaking phenomenal, but this movie is way better than phenomenal to me. I mean, I think it was so well done, and so I was very surprised. So anyway, that's that. I mean, if you have seen it, let me know what you guys think. If you have the indicator version, let me know how you think. 'Cause I love the indicator version. Like, I love this they have lots of freaking special features on here. No commentary, I don't think. No, I don't think commentary, but it's introductions and retrospectives and stuff about Stanley Kramer, a lot about Stanley Kramer because this movie meant a lot to him. But almost every movie he directed meant a lot to him. So I'm gonna try to watch more Stanley Kramer movies. I think even his daughter did like an introduction. Karen Kramer. I'm not sure if that was his daughter or his wife, but I think it was his daughter. And I think she did like a very good like introduction talking about how much all his movies meant to him and stuff. He didn't make movies just to make entertainment. He made movies that had something to say to them. And I I respect that. I am not a director or writer that does that. Like I don't want to have a soapbox. I don't want to push political feelings or anything into like the real world stuff. I don't want that. I want my movies to be purely entertainment and fun. Um, because I want those movies that people can do and do very well, do it themselves. Then me, I'm gonna make my popcorn, cheesy, silly movies and stuff, and then that's it. Then we're yeah. So, anywho, that's it. That's all for these. So I'm gonna bring these up again, show you again what I go through each every one real quick. Number one, guess who's coming to dinner? Number two, So I Marry Axe Murder. Number three, Adrift. Number four, Weird Science. Number five, The Changeling. Number six, The Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag. Number seven, The Favor. And my least favorite of this month is Monday Morning. Sorry, MVD. Sorry. What's the director's name? I will say also another reason to buy this movie is for there is a interview with the director, Don Murphy, that's 52 minutes, and it is him saying everything about the movie. It was so entertaining. It was so informative. It was almost like a mini little film class. So I would definitely suggest buying that movie. Even if you don't like the movie, you have the film class and stuff like that. So that's another reason why I want to keep it, is because Don Murphy did a really good interview. Plus, it's got two freaking movies. It's got the alternate, original VHS version with its alternate title of Class of Fear, which it says it's an hour. It's 105 minutes. Yeah, so it's the same movie. It's not but it's in standard definition and it looks like a VHS. So that's always sort of cool, but I would not, I have no interest in watching that. I have no interest, like, it was just not what I was expecting it to be. And it goes with like, you look at this and you think that guy's gonna go in there and he's gonna shoot up a bunch of kids. This is gonna be a fucking scary ass movie. No, very, the gun stuff was so terrible. But anyway, yeah, watch my review of that or watch it yourself. So with that, I will let you all go. Hope you guys enjoyed this and let me know what you guys think. Bye.